Excuse me, I'm going to just take my hormones. Well, I was born in the worst era possible for women and weight. It was the 70s where everybody had to be twiggy, a zipper, a lollipop head. And so it was all name a diet. I've done the diet, I swear to you. My tip would be, don't think of it as weight loss, because the minute you think dieting, you think, oh, I can't have this. And that's not what this is about. Nutrisystem taught me that food was my friend. It was not my enemy. That you can eat what you love, but make healthy choices and understand portion control and understand frequency of eating makes it so you can eat food. I actually fast once a month. I've done it for my entire life. But to do it all the time shuts your metabolism down. And so you get to the point that you really can't eat a lot of food. And that doesn't work for me. I need to eat. It's my energy. And also, I think it's your mental health. You've got to be able to go out to dinner and sit down with your friends. And Nutrisystem, they don't want you on there. Look at me. I have been off of it now for 15 years. I lost my weight 15 years ago. And I don't let myself get more than 5 pounds overweight, usually around holidays or something like that. I'll eat a little extra. 1 week, it's off. And, you're back to your game and you feel great about yourself. But more than anything is, don't think of it as a weight loss journey or a diet or anything. Just think of it as being healthy, because that's really what it is for me. I believe that being thin is so much better than saying I love me big, because that's not healthy that's not healthy for your heart or your body or your mind. Weight depresses you. And so it's much better to think of it as what's good for my body size, what's good for my shape, what's good for me, for my mental health. And it's not skinny, but it is healthy. You have to be healthy. The truth? I've worked since I was 3, and work has always been I love pushing myself and trying new things and reinventing and doing all of that. And after, remarrying my first husband, we were apart for 25 years. And now that all the children are out of the house and going to college and doing all that, my goal for 2022, we just got a brand new motorhome with a king size bed, not a queen. And I'm going to put my Harley on the back of it, our motorcycles. And we're just going to cruise around, and I want to go to the national parks. I want to see the redwoods. I want to go to Sturgis and ride my motorcycle. I want to play. That's I would say play first, work second, which I've never done in my life. That doesn't mean I'm not going to work. I'm doing concerts. I have some movies that I'm looking at doing. And that's a big part of my life, but I really want to play. That's my number one goal. Well, it just debuted. It debuted number 1 first week. I know, insane, right? The album is called Unexpected. And literally my nephew came out on stage. I was doing this Christmas tour, and he said, Marie, you have to hear this. Your album just debuted number 1. And I got so emotional, I could barely sing the song. But in your 6th decade, and especially being a female in this business where we're very lucky to have a 3 to 5 year career, 10 if you're super lucky as a singer, it was just mind-blowing to me. I spent 20 years working on this album because it's very eclectic. It's everything from opera to legit soprano. People say, are you still country? I'm like, of course, I coined the phrase, right? I'm a little bit country. And so that's my music. But I wanted to push myself musically to be able to sing every style. So the album is Unexpected. And I'll be doing tours throughout this year, not a ton, but some very special dates, because I think people need to be happy, and going out again makes people happy. It brings them joy, and that's what I want to do. So it was crazy on this Christmas tour. It wasn't like, oh, I got to be out and perform. No, I really felt people needed joy. And I was blown away the crowds that we got. I mean, it was mind boggling. And it was proof that people want to live a life full of joy and to have fun again. I mean, it's important, right? Well, I think the last 15 years has been quite the ride. But the last few years, well, I love being a grandmother. Oh my gosh, it's like getting your kids back on steroids, because you get to do all the loving and none of the discipline. It's really fun. But about myself, maybe this playing factor. I was always the financial support of the family. And with the last child leaving and everything, you get, every decade you reevaluate yourself. I think especially as a woman, what is it that I need to learn through this decade? What is it that I can become a better person or to grow? One of the things that I have said recently is I am not afraid to close the door. I think sometimes we're afraid to move from something that may be good in a job, but not good for the environment and your physical happiness. Does that make sense? Yeah, to not be afraid to say, no, this does not work for me. I think that's an important thing that I have learned, especially over the last little while. And to not be afraid to try new things, to push yourself, to always learn something new every year. That's something that I try really hard to do.